if we have some exclusive opportunities, we will tell our clients about it. So for the clients who responded, they're all in this book. Okay? So Authors Unite is an organization, it's not an author, that helps self-published authors become well-known names. So now everybody in this room may have a book out or may have a book coming out, but it's very difficult to put best-selling author on the front of your book unless it's true. This is what allows you to do that. Okay, so that's why on my compilation effort, well, I'm not one, I know this is going to best-selling author. So when my solo effort comes out, which is going to be called No Personal Gain, subtitle, no one ever said the road to wealth will be easy, period, pregnant pause, until now. So that's my book. And believe me, it's going to be a showstopper. Okay? Things I have never revealed to my clients or to the public at large going to be in that book. So you want to definitely keep in touch with us for that. So you're going to want to get it in pre-release because it's going to be a waiting list. But now I can put best-selling author. So my story in this book, and I'm going to read something from the book, starts on the same number page as the extension of my card, and that's 202. Okay? So on page 202 starts the story, and I'm going to share with you some anecdotes from it. For those of you who heard my Power Talk on Friday, I read some other excerpts. Anybody hear my Power Talk on Friday? A few people? A couple people? Okay, that's good, because now it'll be something you hadn't heard. So I'm going to read some things. But that's how you become, one strategy to become a best-selling author. So now you already got a buzz about you. You already got what? Body of work behind you. And so this was first in category and a bestseller. And it just got released June 21st, guys. Hasn't even been a month yet. June 21st was already pre-released in like 6 or 7 different dynamics. So all things being equal, that's how you get a bestseller book. You gotta have a strategy for stuff. It's not just about brute force. It's never just about brute force. It's more about finesse and knowing where to go. You know, because we know a lot of people in this room are working much too hard for the money you make. Much too hard. How many people believe and know that they're working too hard for the money you make? Unless you're a multimillionaire and Joe Reed and Brother Ali could tell you, everybody's hand should be up, okay? Except for those who are, what? Trading their money for time, not their time for money. Because if you're trading your time for money, either at your job or in your business, you are working too hard. Because you only got 24 hours, right? You can't make more time. I tell you right now, Bill Gates would give his whole fortune to get another 8, 10, 12, 16 hours in a day. Why? Because he can get it all back in a short period of time and then go on and make a greater fortune, because now he's got a 48-hour day, right? So it's all about knowing what's important. So let's give away some stuff, Shepard. Why don't we? So, with some answers from the audience, give me the name of the 5 wealthiest people on the planet. Give me the names. Warren Buffett, very rich man, I don't know, $83, $85 billion last time I looked. No, the people I'm talking about are even richer than that.
Slim.
Rothschilds, super rich people, the Rothschilds, right? Kind of bit of a mystique about them. But the people I'm talking about make the Rothschilds look like the Jeffersons. Who we got? Oh, Carlos Slim. Yeah, he kind of fell back a little bit, but he's still well over $70 billion, right?
Alibaba?
Alibaba, no.
No, Alibaba.
Take a couple more.
Wildenstein.
Who's that?
Wildenstein.
Oh, I'm not familiar. Anybody know who that is?
The Wynn family.
Oh, the Wynn family. Very rich. Not talking about them. Okay.
Are we on the fourth list?
Hmm?
On the fourth list, you said? No.
Put it this way.
Koch brothers.
Koch brothers, very rich. Let me share with you who they are. So listen very carefully, write this down. Because no one's ever going to tell you this. The richest people on the planet.
I know.
Who?
Corporation.
All right. That's it.
Walmart, man.
So let me explain what the sister just, so she's gonna get an autographed copy of my book, she's gonna get a bag, she's gonna get a t-shirt. So watch this, guys. Let me just break down the wisdom of that answer. The richest people on the planet are trillionaires, and they're not breathing. What am I talking about? The first thing I learned from the wealthy, say first thing.
First thing.
The first thing I learned from the wealthy is that there are two types of people on the planet. There are living people, like the beautiful people in this room and in the conference we just left, human beings, and there are so those are living people, and then there are legal people. And legal people includes the group of artificial people like estates, trusts, LLCs, and corporations are all people like every one of you in this room. And this is so central to how you make your money. When I say money, I'm talking about in the millions, in the tens, hundreds of millions, and billions. If you don't know this, either you will never make it to wealth and riches, or you will and you'll give it all back. Can you say lottery winners?
Lottery one.
Can you say motion picture actors?
MC
Athletes?
Hammer.
They don't know this simple truth. So they are rich, but they are not
Well,
wealthy. That's the difference, guys. You ever wonder, and I wonder about things. These people are rich, and don't tell me that they're all running out buying burning down malls, because that's not true. The simple truth is they don't know there's two types of people on the planet. Living people and legal people. And so let me break it down even more. Those two groups of people, living people meaning human beings, and legal people meaning estates, trusts, LLCs, and corporations, are identical. Say identical.
identical
In every way. Say in every way.
in every way.
But, however, conversely, as it relates to money, say as it relates to money, those other people, those legal people, run circles around us. That's why they're doing so good. Believe it or not, in this economic, global, interrelated, and interconnected planet of finance, the legal people are designed to do better than humans. So if you are managing, quarterbacking, facilitating your financial affairs as a human being, you'll never make it. You will never, ever make it. So either you really won't make it, you'll never see your apex in terms of your money game, or you'll make it and you'll give it all back like over 70% of the NBA players and everybody else. So these legal people are righted, protected, and privileged under the Constitution of the United States. And there's so many different things I can give you on the internet that will really bring that home for you. But the one I can think of off the top of my head is Citizens United versus Federal Election Committee. Citizens United versus Federal Election Committee. And that was a Supreme Court case. You know the Supreme Court doesn't take many cases. That was a Supreme Court case. It was all about First Amendment rights, the rights to free speech. And guess what? Corporations won. So if they got First Amendment rights, they got all the amendment rights and the whole of the Constitution, because they are defined as people. Those businesses you think are businesses are not businesses. That's a term to dilute, to confuse, and to confound you. They are people. Because if they told you they were people, your LLC was a person, or your corporation was a person, you'd be like me. And they'd say, yeah, like you, actually just like you. So they're right and protected, privileged under the Constitution of the United States, and they're privileged, right and protected under the laws of your home state. Every state represented in this room and in this country recognizes these artificial people. But again, as it relates to money, they have these great advantages that we don't have as humans. So they run circles around us. So that's the central point of how to get to your wealth. And if you're not doing that, So everything you're thinking about should be under the premise of, okay, this is my money game, because this is, the rights to go to the religious institution of my choice, or this other stuff. You're equal. But we talk about money, I better be operating as these other people. And in Greenlight, we have a specific and exclusive solution that involves allowing you the opportunity and permission to run your life as a business. So what if, say what if?
What if?
So what if you could fund and finance your personal life in every way like a business? For example, what if you're married, you could buy your husband's birthday gift and write it all off? What if you're going on a trip, a vacation in Europe, thousands of dollars, and you could write it off? Now you might be an ordinary 9-to-5 working professional. And I'm not talking about the business that you might have now. The business I'm talking about is a business that the rich don't talk about at cocktail parties. We at Greenlight call it a new lifestyle business. So imagine we take your life with your husband, your kids, your mama, your daddy, your aunts, and all the people that are in close orbits financially around you, and we transform it into this special purpose secondary business that you have never seen before.
Wow.
Because the rich don't let you see that. That's why it took me to meet thousands of them to figure this out.
Wow.
Okay? They don't let people know that. So they have different types of business. They have primary businesses, which are like all the businesses that you have, like Greenlight, like Brother Ali's company, like Brother Frazier's company, like McDonald's, Walmart, Home Depot. Those are primary businesses.
Wow.
Publish, websites, phone numbers, they have staff, vehicles, you name it. But this other kind of business is obscure. It's secret. They don't let you see those businesses. So they are hidden in plain sight. Because you don't know you're looking at a new lifestyle business. So you think you're looking at an ordinary business. And that's if you get an opportunity to look at it, which you will not. Again, I like to give Googleable, I don't know if that's a word, Googleable references. Google Russian billionaire and Bruno Mars. So Google Russian billionaire and popular recording artist Bruno Mars. So that story is all about Russian billionaire Len Blavatnik, I always have trouble with that name, who's a petroleum magnate. He's worth like $20 billion. He's also a Russian Jew, and his daughter was turning 13, and he wanted to have a bat mitzvah, which you know is a birthday party when you turn 13 if you're in the Jewish faith. Well, he had that party. He had Bruno Mars as his daughter's entertainment, because his daughter loves Bruno Mars. Paid him $1.5 million just to sing 6 songs by the way though. Then the rest of the party ensued. So this is a multi-million-dollar birthday party. Now that part is not really that impressive because I did say billionaire. But the impressive part is he wrote the whole thing off. And so can every one of you. Yeah, absolutely. So can every one of you. We had a couple last year, 27 years old, Latino couple, and they're getting ready to get married, and they want to get married at a destination wedding in Mexico. And they came to me and they said, we want to join your program, but Dr. Cash, we get married in 2 months, and we got to give deposits out in like about 2 weeks. So it's probably not a good time, and we're just going to, maybe after the wedding. And I says, you don't put off what's going to make you rich for something that's going to take you out of the path of life. What do you mean? If you spend that $30,000, and I told them, don't you dare spend that $30,000 that they had saved up over 7 years scrimping and saving, because you're going to take yourself out of the path of money. What does that mean? Well, you give that money to caterers and florists, and musicians and DJs and hotels. Now, if an opportunity pops up that money could make you money, you don't have it. But what about if a threat pops up? God forbid, what if a threat pops up? You don't have the wherewithal to address or to deflect or fend off that threat. And so now, that could be a threat that just totally turns your whole life into a tailspin. So what do? So you sign up for our new Lifestyle Business Startup Solution program, and we're gonna what? Help you use leverage. We're gonna get you some capital, business capital. Because even though your life is the life you know, your life, in our metaphor, is a business. So we're gonna get some money for that business called your life. Obviously, we're gonna get more than $30,000 for you. We got them 50, by the way. At 0% interest. There were small business credit cards, which almost everybody that they needed to pay at the wedding was, accepted credit cards. And the few that didn't, we have a little courtesy or convenience service called a client cash advance. So if you say, well, this DJ doesn't take credit cards and he's $5,000. Okay, so call anybody in your coaching team and tell them how much you need and give them the credit card. We charge 5% and then we send you a check. So now you got the money, right? But it all came from the credit card at 0% no less. So they did that. They got like $50,000. They were able to not spend a penny out of their pocket at 0%. Went to the wedding, and about 2 weeks later, they actually got a new car because their car was having trouble again under the framework of running your life as a business. Cars are not assets, guys. We have a whole mini fleet of BMWs. Mine is right out front. You want to take a look at it. The white X5 M Sport SUV. That is not something you own. You only own appreciating assets. So, if you don't know about these two people, you are already what? Going in the wrong direction. Because when you get money, you go, I want my money. I want my money. I, the human. When money, what's the definition of income for everybody in this room? What's the definition of income for us? Simple definition. I never, as Brother Frazier said, and Brother Robert said, the simplest answer is usually the wisest one. What's the simple definition of income for everybody in this room? Money coming in. Anybody else? Money generated by your work?
Money that's taxable.
Huh?
Money that's taxable.
Money is taxable. All of those are right. But I think there's one little simpler. Every dollar you get. Because when money hits your hot human hands, it becomes income. And only income is taxable. So now you know why the wealthy and the rich aggressively avoid income. Because there's other types of money. And until you start looking at the world through the lens of there's two different types of people, you'll never know that. Because for humans, there's only one kind of money. Did you get it? Okay, it's income. Right? You don't matter what it is. It could be interest from your CDs at home. Nobody here got CDs. It could be wages from your job. It could be any money that comes to you, a gift. Technically, you know, I know, probably 100% of this audience is not claiming gifts. But if Brother Ali, out of his generosity, says, you know, I feel very generous today. I'm going to give this sister $10,000 as a gift because I know she's struggling. Guess what? I'm supposed to report that, right? And pay taxes. Nah, I'm not judging you if you don't. But the point is, that's income. Every dollar you get is the definition of income for a human. If it touches your hot human hands, it's income and taxable. So now when you start running your life as a business, what happens? You avoid income. So what happens to income taxes?
Don't apply.
How do you think, thank you, man. How do you think Donald Trump didn't pay a dime in income taxes? You don't pay income taxes unless you have income. Did that mean the man didn't get any money or any money came in his direction? Of course not. So he has thousands of new lifestyle businesses. And I met Donald Trump in 2006 as he was trying to convince me to pay $275,000 to George Country Club. I spent 2 hours with him one-on-one. Well, I had my 2 vice presidents with him. But here we are with him. So this is stuff that's coming directly from the wealthy. He doesn't pay income taxes because he doesn't have any income. Why on earth do you think he only takes $1? Why do you think? Because he's forced to take something. So the smallest unit of measurement is what? $1. Anybody heard of or know about former New York City mayor and billionaire, Michael Bloomberg? Why you think Mike Bloomberg only took $1? Because he don't want no income. You know, the motto and the credo of the rich is, how much money is enough? Always $1 more. And now he's not taking more than $1. Come on, y'all. What you accept versus what you allow. You accept the fact, which to me is like a movie, like a sci-fi movie, because it's not believable. You accept that people who are worth billions of dollars don't have to pay income tax. And you who are not worth billions of dollars, might not be worth millions of dollars, might not, God forbid, be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, might not be worth tens of thousands of dollars. We are obligated to pay taxes. While these super, mega, uber rich people are not paying taxes all over the place. What you accept versus what you allow. You just accept that. There was a New York Times, and then I'm closing. There was a New York Times expose about rich people and kind of why they don't pay their fair share, or what the details surrounding about not paying their fair share of taxes. To me, it wasn't an expose, because it's pretty much a well-known fact that the rich don't pay their fair share. But now, starting today, you know why. And remember what I said, I think in my Thursday Power Talk, people who know how will always do what? End up working for or making less money than people who know why. Why is power if you only know how you are powerless? I don't care how many degrees you have, what kind of skill set you got. If you don't know why, you will never make it, because you'll always be working for somebody who knows. I mean, if you only know how, you only end up working for people who know why. So you want to be the why gal or the why guy. Otherwise, don't get out of bed, because it's a very rough world for you. And again, as was said earlier in the conference, this president, who I met in 2006 and talked to for 2.5 hours, trust me, he's going to take care of people who know these principles. Because the only way you can get wealthy and maintain and grow your wealth is with these principles, nothing else. So everyone that knows these principles, and they're hidden in plain sight, right? All this stuff you can look up, but it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack when you don't know you're looking for a needle and you don't know it's in you'll never find it. People say, can you Google it? Of course, but how are you gonna find it if you don't know where it is and what you're looking for? So you'll never find it. One young lady down in Orlando, when I was doing the interview, she said, why can't I find it on the internet? I said, you can. And then I said, but you look awfully young. But I don't think you'll survive that journey. Because it's going to take you, 4, 5, 6, 700 years, go to the edge of the internet to find it. But then somebody's got to assemble it for you, and that's the point. That's why I don't like the word information. Information is doubling every 2 years. And by 2030, they say it's going to be 50 times what it is now. So it's only going to get worse. And Jeff Hoffman, Priceline founder, said that on his Power Talk. So information is only going to get more voluminous, and of course it's already what? Free, right? So you got access to it, but that's the trick. You get lost in the information, not knowing where the real wisdom is, the insight is. And so you'll never make it, because, you won't have time. You got to live 1,000 years to get all this, and then somebody still got to put it together for you. Just because you read it doesn't mean, okay, I can connect this bread with this bread. You'll never do it. That's the point. You'll never figure it out. Somebody's had to give it to you. I was coached by thousands and thousands of the wealthy elite. Millionaires, multimillionaires, mega millionaires, and at least 2 billionaires. At least 2 billionaires. It's actually at least 4 billionaires, because I met Don Trump, a guy by the name of Del Potto, who was the former chairman and founder of the Import-Export Bank, a guy named Dave Wallach, who's down in Orlando and in South Beach, and there was one more. You'll never make it. So, in wrapping up and summing up, in life, money, and business, it's all about wisdom. Say wisdom. Insight. Say insight.
Insight.
It's not about information, intellect, even money. Because you can see, we talked about people who got a lot of money, who are losing it quicker than you change clothes. Because they don't know what you now know in this room. So if they could make on their own God-given talents, whether they're in sports or they're in corporate boardrooms or whatever, this money, and you got something that they don't have, what do you think your potential should be? Much higher. Because you can make it and keep it, and make it and keep it more, and make it, and that's called the rich keep getting richer. Okay? So, if you haven't talked to somebody from Greenlight, and most of them had to get on that plane, I see Sarah's still here. Y'all didn't leave yet? Okay. I'm not trying to get rid of you, but you'll have about 60 people pouncing on you when I get off this podium if you don't get out of here. So remember this, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about your mindset, your perspective, and your relationship with money. That's the only thing that differentiates you from the people you admire or maybe even envy financially. That's it. There is nothing else. It's not, oh, they're smarter than me, oh, they got connections, they have this. That's not what matters. Mindset, perspective, and relationship with money. And so our programs and solution suites are all about that. We have dealt with every problem, okay? Every conceivable situation. And our coaching, I don't know how much longer it's gonna last this way, but as Oweed will tell you, I promise you, all of my existing clients, if you are a coaching client right now, this year, because there's nothing, tomorrow's not promised to you. We've been hundreds and hundreds of people from this that we have to follow up with. We will grandfather you in. If you're a client, we will grandfather you in that you will always get one-on-one. Future generations that come in, I can't promise that. Because you get a team, so when you sign up for one of the coaching packages, and again, they do an assessment. They don't just say, oh, stick packages in. You notice I didn't say one specific thing with the package, except maybe the new lifestyle thing. We assess your situation. But in general, if you're working for a living and you're not entrepreneurial, it's just gonna be the new lifestyle. If you're working for a living and you're an aspiring entrepreneur and you're trying to do that little 1 foot in, 1 foot out, then you need another coaching relationship. We call it the Small Business Launch and Lead to help you with your what? Primary business. Remember about the two types of business, primary and secondary. Your regular business that you're looking to make money in, and then your secondary business which represents your life. And of course, you're a full-time entrepreneur, you need both. We call it the business power couple. So most of you will need two packages just because the coaching that relates to your life is different than the coaching that relates to whatever business you want to start, whether it's a restaurant or automobile repair shop or whatever it is. Doesn't matter, it's whatever you're passionate, whatever you're interested in. So that's how it goes down at Greenlight. You have 52 world-class people. You assign a team of 5 people. I'm one, but I'm the head coach. Say head coach. I am the head business, money, wealth coach, the head BMW coach. So you'll talk to all the front-end people, and many of them are coaches and master coaches, and all of them are entrepreneurs. Everybody on Greenlight's team, you can't join Greenlight's team unless you're an entrepreneur, because the solution is for entrepreneurs, by entrepreneurs, so they can feel your pain. Otherwise, how are they going to commiserate and recognize what you're going through, and they're just collecting a check? And by the way, we don't pay any of the staff. I know that sounds funny, right? Because who are we paying? They're corporations. My people make fabulous money. Okay? So, because we got to practice what we preach, we can't tell you aggressively avoid income. And again, you're working at a job, please don't tell your employer, I don't want income anymore. Because you either think you're quitting or that you want to work for free. Okay? Please don't tell them that. You deal with that till you transition out, and then you're able to make your own rules. When I say the rich aggressively avoid income, it's because they have all the clout, permission, and opportunity to do so because they're the boss. You don't have to take income. That's another thing you might accept or allow. So, like I said, you got to understand those following things, and I'm going to close. You don't decide your destiny in life. You are inspired by God to discover it. So write that down. You don't decide your destiny in life. You are inspired by God to discover it. Remember this also. There's a big difference between knowing what to do and doing what you know. Big difference between knowing what to do and doing what you know. And last and not least, think of the term, the word green light. That's the name of it. We have 12 world-class divisions. Now the clients don't see it because they just know green light. They have a seamless experience. Whether we're helping them fix their credit, raising capital, which again is absolutely free at no charge. Rita can tell you. It's part of your coaching package. You don't pay for a capital raise. Now normally, business loan brokers charge 8, 10, 12% to do capital raises for you, or whatever money they get you. So they get you $100,000, and their fee, success fee is 10%. You owe them $10,000 as soon as they give it to you. No fees. You pay your coaching fee and retain it. It's for the whole year. This is a 1-year coaching client relationship. There's no more money as related to coaching. Now, if you want your credit fixed or you want some other services that we call special projects, obviously that's more. But in terms of coaching, as my clients in the room will tell you, there's no set amount of coaching sessions. It is a unlimited incident program. But, as clients will also tell you, the sessions you're on with me are so intense. And I mean that in a good way. And you get homework. And I don't mean like, I'm going to give you make work or make it safe travels, make work. This is the things you need to do, the next steps you need to do to increase your trajectories toward full financial freedom and independence and wealth. So every session I give you homework, every session. So the sessions are so intense, usually most people know better to come on another coaching session and they have not finished their homework. Because I'm also your accountability partner, right? Not your boss, but I'm gonna keep you accountable. Because what? I want for you what I have myself, right? I wouldn't be a very good coach if I didn't. All the places I've been, the things I've been able to do and the people I met because I had money, I want for you. I want for you to have no money problems. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I can't well, I am a doctor, but I'm not a medical doctor. So I can't take care of your little, aches and pains, but Ali's much better than the homeopathic things he has. My point is, if it's a problem that can be fixed or solved by money, we got you.